Poorboys wheel hoe. Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papaw's place. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel, my friend. Guys, today I decided to get out here and start marking my rows off where I want them, making my plans for my garden, and to put my underground drip irrigation in. For the first row there, I was going to take this dirt's settling down because it's been rained on, and that's what I want. You want it to be rained on and settled down, get a little compacted from the rain before you put your ground fabric on. That way when you put your pins or you're walking out through there, it won't just be leaving big old holes everywhere you step. But first I got to put my irrigation down. Now y'all seen me do that one row there. That was a piece that was pulled up out of a row from last year that was still good. But what I want to show y'all is what I come up with. Instead of having to dig my little trench to put that irrigation in, I run up there, and I actually started this a few weeks ago and never finished it, but I finished it a while ago. But let me show y'all what I got. I made me a homemade wheel hoe so I could just roll down through there and cut my trench to where I need that drip irrigation. Now guys, this here is just the handlebars off of one of them little mini tillers. Fella had a little mini tiller and I brought it home, gonna try to fix it, but it was burned up and locked up. It would cost more to fix it than you could buy the new little mini tiller for. So I got the handlebars off it, and I don't know what this old plastic wheel's off of. I've got a couple of these that I've had around here for years. And then I took me a little square tubing bracket here, and that's just the end off of a shovel. I cut it to make it a plow shape. And it's actually where I can pull the pin and remove it if I want to make me another kind of like the plow, what they call them, the little strap that you plow grass with. But you see just how easy it was to pull that pin, slide that out. I could make me a nut and have me a hoe. I really would like to have one of them wheel hoes from old House. But right now I can't afford one of them. Plus I'm gonna be putting ground fabric down, so after I laid my fabric here, I wouldn't be using it no more. But with a other wheel hoe, you can put a plow on and plow your trench. Then you can turn around and put another hipper on, I don't know the proper name they call the little plow, but it'll come back and throw the dirt where y'all seen me doing it with a straight edge there a while ago. But it'll come back and it'll throw the dirt right back up on top of your underground irrigation, which I was just using my hand flat rake a while ago doing that. But let me get y'all over here and show y'all how this little quick tool really saves me some time and how good it works. What what I do, I just measure over the width I want my rows, because every one of them ain't the same. I'm gonna do some on 3 foot and some on 4 foot, and stretch me a string from one end to the other. So I'm gonna start out with the plow on this end, and then I'll move y'all to the other end and catch me coming towards you. But I just get to the right side of my string. And that's how easy she works, guys. And I'll turn around and come back down through it again. And guys, there's my little row. Now this thing ain't near about as good as one of them bought hoes, or you could build one better than this. I just grabbed up what little stuff I had and I said I'd make me something. And you see how good that works. That's so much better than having to trench that out with a regular hand hoe, which is the way I done it last year on the outside garden. But I thought I'd just show y'all Poorboys wheel hoe. But I'm finna get my other laid out here, and I'm gonna run across there, dig my little trenches, and then I'm gonna get my new line out. I need to get them covered up. We're gonna get a rain. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna get my ground cover on here today ahead of the rain or not, but I want to get this irrigation line put in before this rain is coming. Actually, guys, it's a little wet to be doing this today. The work lays a lot better by the wait until it got drier. Alright guys, now we got our 7 rows laid out. What I did on my first one, I went 3 foot. And then I went 4 foot, 4 foot, and then 3 foot, 3 foot, and 3 foot. The reason I got 4 foot, because I'm going to have 3 arched trellises put in here. Now that's one thing with the underground drip tape. I got the ends sticking out with some ground fabric pins there. I put my ground fabric over them after I get done, and then I take that same string and stretch from pin to pin. That way I know not to drive a stake when I'm putting my arches up. And when I go to plant, I'll pull my string and I'll make sure I plant just off to the right or whatever side of them underground irrigation. Now you can put them on top of your ground fabric, works just fine. I like putting them under there because something that's just, to me it's cleaner looking, but the main reason is it takes less water when you putting your water in right there at the roots of your plant. Plus I'm planning on this, I'm for sure 2 years, but I'm hoping to get 3 years out of this ground fabric that I bought this time. I only got 2 years out of the last. But I'm hoping this is in there for 3 years at the minimum. Be nice to go 4 years before I pull the fabric back up, redone everything. So I'm going to get my irrigation tape, finish laying it out. Now I'm not hooking my irrigation up. It's just now, well, it ain't even February yet. So it's going to be a while before this gets planted. But I want to go on and do that so I can put my ground fabric on so won't no grass or nothing start growing up out in there. Then I won't cut no holes in my fabric or anything until it gets closer to planting time. That's when I connect each end with a header tube on all 7 of these rows. Y'all see that at a later date one day. So let me go get my tubing out and get them in the trench and get them covered up. Like I said, we got a rain coming and I don't want to get rained on. And that really would have worked better. We just got an inch rain night before last. That would have worked better. That first row you can see a lot drier than the muddins. The muddins was a little muddy, but it's all gonna be good. Guys, this drip irrigation just comes on a roll. And see, it lays flat, and this here's got emitters every 12 inches is what I chose. You got little emitters, and when you're putting it in, it's got lines on the top. And I choose to put my emitters facing up, and I think that's pretty much what most people do. And then you just fold it over, and it's got a little piece of plastic that slides over, and that crimps the end on this end off. So let me get these in. Alright guys, so we got our drip tape in and got it covered up. Now I tried to take a little skip a while ago and not cover them up in a few spots down through there and just start with the rake, but it works better just to go on and walk down through there and take your hands and cover it in a few spots. That way it won't be trying to move on you when you use your shovel or hoe or whatever you're going to use. I use a concrete rake, what I use there. You know, that way the dirt will hold it in place and you can rake it and cover it up. Now I just leave the ends running wild. What I'm going to do next, which is starting to sprinkle a little bit. I don't know if I get it done today, but I ain't going to video it. All I'm going to do is roll out the ground fabric. I got that 12-foot wide stuff, so it ain't going to be but 2 runs. And I use them 6-inch landscape staples. I thought I had one in my pocket. Just these 6 or 8-inch landscape staples. That's what I use to staple my ground fabric down. Like I said, I won't cut no holes in my fabric or nothing. When I get ready to go planting or building my arches and stuff, I use my string line, get on each end of this tape where it runs wild out the end where I can see it, pull my line, that way I can get offset to the side of it. Now I plant my plants to the side of these. Some people put them deep enough they plant right on top of them. But I just plant mine off to the side, that way I ain't got to worry about when I dig my hole or hitting it or anything else. But I just wanted to show my little homemade wheel hoe here. Like I said, one of these years I'm gonna get me one of them house tools hoes with this different attachments that hooks to it. But as long as I'm using my ground fabric, I really don't need it other than just putting my tape down. Because once I cover it up, I ain't gonna be grassing, I ain't gonna be doing nothing else with it. But I really like them little things. But this little homemade one right here done the job. Way a lot better than how I done it last year, cutting that trench with a hoe. And would have been way a lot better today if I'd have done it before it rained 2 or 3 days ago when it was still loose from being tilled. go this way. Let me start you more and then you drive it. There you go. That's a good job. Good, a good job. Sure you don't want this hammer is lighter than that one. Try that hammer. That ain't as heavy. See? There you go. Drive it down. Don't hit yourself in the head.
I did it!
Alright, you want to do another?
I just found one.
Alright, here you go.
I just found one.
By yourself? Come on here. Yeah, let me start it. Now do it. Don't hit yourself in the head. Watch your head. Big and strong.
I'm not big enough to do this. I'm not big enough to do this.
You ain't big enough to do it.
No,
Alright, well come
I
put.
got to be really big like you.
You got to get really big like me and then you'll be big enough to do it.
Yeah.
Alright guys. Well, my little helper showed up here.
And I'm not big enough to do this.
He said he ain't big enough to do this, guys, but he was giving it a try, wouldn't you?
It was heavier, and I got to get really big and tall, like a water tower.
He's got to get really big and tall like a water tower, guys, and then he can help Papaw do this. But guys, that's it. We got it done before the rain. And if you ain't never used no ground fabric in your garden, it makes it nice because you ain't got to worry about doing no weeding all summer. But as always, I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week.
See y'all next time. Okay, should I garden for you again? Okay, tell them garden for you again.
Yeah, guys, we're going to finish putting our staples down here now.
Okay, you have to watch us.